Today I will be giving you my second 2026 House election prediction. So let's get into it. Let's start off in the West Coast in Washington. This is Washington's 3rd district. Now this district is held by Marie Gluesenkamp Perez. She ran expectations and won by 4 points against Joe Kent, even though Donald Trump won her district. So I do believe she's going to hold on by a lean margin. And then the next one that we have is Janelle Bynum's district. She unseated incumbent Republican Lori Chavez DeRemer by 2.7%. And she did pretty well, and I think it might be closer this time around, but I still am probably going to put it in the lean margin for it, or probably actually in the tilt margin for Janelle Bynum. Then we have a lot of competitive districts in California. Now, I do think that one place Republicans will do better in is California. I do think that the Republican who runs for governor is going to make this a lot closer, especially with the wildfires and everything. And so let's take a look at California's 9th, Josh Harder. I think he's probably going to hold on by a lean margin again. Then we have Adam Gray's district. He won by like 0.0089%, a crazy margin. Very, very close between Adam Gray and John Duarte. I think Adam Gray won by like 167 votes. Because I see Republicans doing better in California as a whole, I think that Republicans will pick this up by tilt margin, but I could also see this one staying in the Democrats' hands. It really, I don't know, but I think I'm just going to put this in the tilt Republican margin. Then we have Jim Costa's district. I think we'll probably keep it probably by like a likely margin this time around. David Valadao, he's very popular. He'll probably keep it by like a likely margin. Then we have George Whiteside's district over here. I think he'll keep it probably by a lean margin. Then we have Derek Tran's district. He unseated Michelle Steele by like 500 votes, a very small margin. But this does have some of Los Angeles and Orange County, so I think he's probably going to keep it by a lean margin. Then we have Ken Calvert. He won his district by about like 3 points. I think he'll probably keep it, but this time by a tilt margin, which is 1 to 3 points. Then we have this district over here, Dave Min, he won by like 2.9. I'm going to say he's going to keep it by a lean margin. And then this district over here, I would say that's probably going to be bumped up to a likely margin. Well, actually, I'll put it in the lean margin for right now. Then we have a competitive one in Nevada. Now, this district, the incumbent Democrat, Lee, she won by about 2.6% or so. I think she's going to keep it. I think she's going to actually win it by a lean margin because of the environment the Democrats are going to be in. Then we have Alaska. Alaska was only competitive because Mary Peltola was the incumbent there. But now, since she's no longer the incumbent, I believe that Buttigieg will probably win by a likely or lean margin. For right now, I'll probably put it in the lean margin. Then we have David Schweitzer's district. I think he's going to keep it by a tilt margin. And then Juan Ciscomani's district. This one I actually think will go back to the Democrats. Trump won it by 6 points, and Juan Ciscomani only won it by 2.5%. So even with a slight improvement, I could see Democrats picking it up, and so I'm going to put this in the tilt Democrat margin. Then we have New Mexico, Gabriel Vasquez. He won it by like 5 points. He'll probably win it by a likely margin this time around. Then we have 2 Rio Grande Valley districts, Henry Cuellar and Vicente Gonzalez. Trump won both of their districts, but they actually both came up on top, and they ended up winning. Henry Cuellar by 5.6%. I would say if he does have some criminal charges that are going on, so if he doesn't run, I would say Republicans have a good chance of picking it up, but if he does run, I would say he'll win by a likely margin. and then Vicente Gonzalez probably by a lean margin. Now let's go to some competitive districts in Colorado. We have Jeff Hood's district. Now the only reason why this district was competitive is Lauren Boebert, this used to be her district, and so Adam Frisch tried to oust her in 2022 but ended up failing, and so he fundraised a lot of money to try to get Lauren Boebert out of there. But Lauren Boebert actually ended up moving to Colorado's 4th district, and then he just had a lot of money and didn't go against an unpopular incumbent. So I would say this is going to be a likely margin. And then we have Evans district. Evans actually flipped this from Yadira Caraveo by like 0.7%. Now, because Denver is very left-leaning and Colorado as a whole, I do see Democrats flipping this one back as of right now. Another district that we have is one in Nebraska. So let's take a look at this one in Nebraska. Don Bacon won this district by about 2 points, even though Harris won by 6 points. He's very, very popular. I think he's going to hold on again. I'm going to say by a tilt margin. Then we have 2 competitive ones in Iowa. Now, Marinette Miller-Meeks, she's going down. I don't know how she pulled it off this time. I think she won by like less than 1,000 votes, but she's gonna go down to the Democrats. Democrats are making gains in this district. And then we have Zach Nunn. I'll say he holds on, but it's gonna be by a smaller margin, so that's gonna be like a tilt margin. Then we have one in Wisconsin, Derek Van Orden. This district voted for Derek Van Orden by like 2.7%, and Wisconsin was the best state for Democrats. I do see Van Orden going down this time around, probably by like a tilt margin, just because like Wisconsin has become left-leaning nowadays. Now let's look at the state of Michigan. There's a few competitive ones in Michigan. We have John James. I think he's gonna hold on by like a lean margin. Same with Tom Barrett. He won by like 3.7%. He'll probably win by a tilt margin. And then we have one that was supposed to be pretty competitive that wasn't really too competitive. It was Kirsten McDonald-Rivet. She won by like 6.6%, even though Donald Trump won her district. So I think she'll probably keep it by a lean margin, or a likely margin. Then we have 2 competitive ones in Ohio. Now there is going to be some mid-decade redistricting, so Republicans could possibly make these more Republican. So I would say that Marcy Kaptur's district will flip to Republicans because of the redistricting that they're going to do. And then there's a possibility if they do a big gerrymander, they could also kick out Amelia Sykes. But for right now, I'll probably put this in the tilt Democrat margin. Then let's look at some in Virginia, or actually North Carolina. This district right here, Don Davis, he held on by like, I'm pretty sure like 3 points or so, or yeah, 1.7%. He's pretty popular. I would say he would be holding on by like a lean margin. Then we have 3 competitive ones in Virginia. Let's start off Virginia Beach. We have Jen Kiggins. She's pretty popular. There is a chance that if Virginia shifts pretty far to the left, she might get out, but I think that she'll win this one by a tilt margin, and then Democrats will take these ones by a likely lean margin. These 2 are pretty left-leaning districts, and I think the Democrats are going to hold on to those. Then we have some competitive ones in Pennsylvania. So right here in Pennsylvania, we have Scott Perry's district. Somehow he didn't go down. Scott Perry is not very well liked by Pennsylvania voters. I think this time he's going to go down by like a tilt, or for right now, actually probably like a lean margin. Then we have Rob Bresnahan. I would say he keeps his district by like a lean margin. And then our last one is Ryan McKenzie. Now this one is, I would say, more Democratic than Rob Bresnahan's district. So I think Ryan McKenzie actually goes down. Democrats pick this one up as of right now. And then we have one in New Jersey, Tom Keene. He's pretty popular. I think he's probably going to hold this one by like a tilt margin. And then Nellie Powell, I think she's going to win this by like a likely margin. Then we have some competitive ones in New York. We have, I'm pretty sure, Laura Gillen. Yeah, she flipped this one. I think she's going to win by a lean margin. She actually flipped this district from Anthony D'Esposito by like a tilt margin. I think she's going to bump it up to a lean margin. And also Thomas Suozzi. He's in a district that Trump won, but he still ended up winning. So I think he's probably going to hold this one. Then we have Michael Lawler. Now, depending on if he decides to run for governor, Republicans could lose his seat. I don't know if he will or not. It does look like he might run for governor. But for right now, I'll probably keep it in the Republican column, but it could definitely change, and so I'll have to look back at this one. Then we have Mark Molinaro. He actually went down to Josh Riley. Josh Riley won by like 2.2%. I would say he holds this district by like a lean margin, Josh Riley. And then we have two more competitive ones in New Hampshire and Maine. So this one, the Democrat won by like 6 points. So I'm going to say it's going to be like a likely margin. And then somehow, Jared Gordon did not go down this time. He won by 0.55%. Trump won this district by like 9 points. And Jared Gordon still held on somehow. I don't even know, but I would say if he could hold on in such a bad environment for Democrats, he can definitely hold on this time. So I would probably say like a likely margin, or I'll probably put it in the lean margin as of right now. We have one more district in Florida. This district, the Democrat won by like 5 points, so I think he's probably gonna hold it on, but this time by like a likely margin, so he'll bump it up a little bit. So this is my House prediction for the month of January in 2025. Democrats will slightly take back the House with a 219 to 216 majority. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to smash the like button down below and subscribe. Comment your thoughts or suggestions in the comment section down below. Shout out to Diana Barbie, our first channel member. If you would like to become a member, you can join near my channel logo. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.